Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I died. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
Yeah. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a sip by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Zach Brown in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Short. And that is incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to throw. Steps away. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So out now come the Cardinals. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. To throw on second down. Short. On the crossing route, complete. That's Barrett. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spinning past him. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out come the Chargers. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the...
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Darren Lee in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. Airs this out for Matthews. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Short. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Off the play fake. Short. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making an... And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it up.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw on second down. Short. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On first and 10. Short. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again. Short. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun. Short. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Mahomes to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw. Short. And this is going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before break. Short. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw again. Short. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on third down. Short. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
Detroit! Gone!
Off play action. Short. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by McCaffrey for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And he knocks it through. Gold now out to kick it away. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on second down. Short underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Johnson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. From the gun on third down. Short. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Short. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
That one goes for 24 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 24. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to air one at. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down. Short to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Short, stepping up. He'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw. Short, eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Short. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Zerline's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.